little bit of partner practice, get our brains ready for some addition. We're going to do that on our whiteboards this morning. So the problem reads, they made 112 slices of cheese pizza and 639 slices of pepperoni pizza. How many slices did they make in all? What am I counting? Because before I can even start writing my answer sentence, I need to know what it is that I'm counting. Annabella, what am I counting? I'm counting pizza slices. It tells me that I'm counting pizza slices right there. How many slices? It doesn't say how many puppies. It doesn't say how many pizza delivery people. It says how many slices. At the top of your board, I want you to restate that question. Write an answer sentence. How many slices did they make in all? You flip it. Leave a space for your answer. All right, we've got our answer sentence. Draw your bar. We always start with, do I know the total amount or the whole?
No.
Do I know the total amount of, what am I counting? Oh yeah, slices. Do I know the total amount of slices? No, that's literally what the question's asking me. So my whole or my total is a big old question mark. I don't know what it is. But what do I know? I know some things. Miranda, what's one thing that I know?
You know that in 1 week they made 112.
I know they made 112 slices of cheese. So here's my cheese section. And I'm going to write 112 in it because that's the amount of cheese. What else do I know? Arwen?
You know that they made 639 in that same week.
Yeah, I know in that same week, they're also making pepperoni. So I'm going to stick it right next to my cheese slices, but in its own space because cheese and pepperoni aren't the same thing. What's my equation? What equation can I make with that as my bar model? Kevin?
112 plus 639
Keep going.
equals box.
That is the equation that you are making. 112 plus 639 equals box. Could I have written 639 plus 112?
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It is the commutative property. Remember that works for both addition and multiplication because it says that the order won't change my answer. Subtraction and division, we've learned it does matter the order. Alright, so what I want you to do, if you want to erase your bar, you can, so you have a little bit more space. I'm going to put you in a partner to solve this problem. You can do it however you want. If you feel more comfortable with base 10 drawings, go for it. If you feel more comfortable with expanded form, go for it. Does that make sense? Great. All right, most of you are heading back to your seats. When you finish, ladies, when you finish, head back to your seat. Raise your hand if you use base 10 drawings. No. Raise your hand if you use base 10 drawings. Raise your hand if you use expanded form. Ooh, lots of expanded form. All right, let's do that. So we have 100 plus 10 plus 2. That's me expanding 112. And then underneath that, I'm going to align 600 plus 30 plus 9, and then draw my equal bar. So far, so good? Yeah. Which position am I going to start with? Friendly? I'm going to start with the ones. I always want to start with the smallest number just in case I need a trade. 9 ones plus 2 ones gives me a total of how many ones? Miranda. Does not give me 10. Gavin.
11.
It gives me 11. Gavin, is that enough to make a trade?
Yep.
That is enough to make a trade.
With the 10, then you have the 1.
I'm going to give a trade of a 10.
Then you have
And then Gavin said I have 1 left over. That 1 left over stays. Alright, let's keep going. 10 plus 10 plus 30. Start at 30, skip count on by 10, so 30, 40, 50. My total is 50. Autumn, do I have enough to make a trade at 50? I can trade 50? No, I need 100 to make a trade into the hundreds. Alright, let's start with 100 plus 600. Go ahead, Autumn. Do I have enough to make a trade? No. That back in standard form becomes 751. Alright, raise your face. Now you can put away your marker. Now you can put away your tissue. Now you can put away your board and get out your math notebook, please. Think way back in your brain to that time that we were doing multiplication. Way back. Does anyone remember what that multiplication symbol meant? What does that mean when we're multiplying? Think way back in that brain. Dominic, you remember?
Oh,
It means groups of. And so when we're multiplying, we're making these groups of things and then adding them together. But what is adding? What does that even mean? If I'm doing addition, if I'm adding, what does that mean that I'm doing? Adria, what does that mean?
you're adding a number or adding a number with a number. Or
You can't use the word adding if I'm trying to figure out what adding means.
you're multiplying.
I'm not multiplying when I'm adding. Nope. What am I doing? What even is addition? Scarlett? Uh-huh. Oh, so when I am adding, I am putting together similar, struggling to talk today. To make one group. So for example, I might say 2 students plus 3 students. Are they exactly the same?
No.
No, but they're similar. I'm counting basically the same thing. 2 students plus 3 students. I put them together to form one big group. That is addition. I've added them together. 2 plus 3.
It means to put them together.
Putting them together to form one group. Multiplication, we had lots of different groups.
Yeah, so much. Can't count them.
We were skip counting to count. Yep. With addition, we're just making one large pile.
We're not getting any more liberty. Yeah, so
Yeah.
much. We sometimes
Yeah.
count them. Yeah.
Once you've written that down, go ahead and write the equation 22 plus 32, because that's going to be the example that we're going to use. Dominic, you need to get that. definition down. And then I've already drawn a bar, so go ahead and draw your bar model. Addition looks very easy on a bar model. Mostly because we've had some practice with it. 22 is 1 part. I'm going to put a P over 22, and that stands for part. I'm also going to break apart my bar and make one of my parts worth 22. That's one section, one part. My other number that's in this equation is 32. That's going to be my other part. So I'm going to write a P above 32. And then I'm going to put it in my bar. Now this equation only has 2 parts. Could I have an equation with 3 parts? Yeah. Could I have an equation with 4 parts? Yeah. Think about our morning work, our number talks. That had 5 different numbers in it. You would have 5 different parts. And then when you smush it together, we make one giant bar, which we call the whole. This box is the whole. That box is the total. For this equation, I don't know the total. So you can put a question mark if you feel like it. I just put a box. But this is what it looks like using part, part, whole. It's the very first thing you would have learned in part, part, whole, is that this part plus this part equals the total amount of things, right? So far, so good? Yes? Happy about it? Does it kind of make sense? Alright, because now we're going to move on to what it looks like. This is more of what it means. Underneath that, or on the next page, you can write the equation again if you want. But I want you to draw a number line. Because we need to know what addition looks like in the number world. I don't live in a number line. Sometimes I wish I did, but I don't live there. So sometimes it's hard for me to imagine what is happening there. Easting, the smallest number I have in my equation is 22, right? Can you give me an easy, friendly benchmark number that's less than 22? Give me one. 20. I'm going to start my number line at 20. The reason I'm doing that is it's an easy number, and it is less than my smallest number, which is 22. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the number 22 on my number line. I'm going to assume my number line goes for a long, long time. I'm not going to put an endpoint on it yet. So to do that, I'm going to put 22 pretty close to 20. Here's 22. Nope, we're not going to put a midway point because we don't actually know where this number line stops. So we can't figure out the middle because we don't really know where it ends. Does that make sense? Alright, so we put 22 down. I need to go 32 more spaces forward on my number line, right? Addition means I'm moving up in numbers. Now, could I count on by ones? 22, 23, 24, 25. Yes, but it's going to take forever. I don't want to take forever. I got other math to do. I got other things to do. And you know what else I can skip count really easily by? Tens. I could do twos, but I can definitely do my tens. How many tens are in the number 32? How many tens are in that number? Bailey? 3. I'm going to do a jump. That jump was worth 110. I know to get to 32, I'm going to have to do 3 10 jumps. You with me, Adria? What is 10 more than 22? Uh-huh. Okay. Close enough. Friendly?
32.
32. Hey, I got to 32. Does that mean I'm done? No. That 32 right here is the number of jumps I have to do. I've only done 1 10 jump. I have to do another 10 jump. Now where am I?
42.
Arwen, where am I now?
42.
42. You should be writing. So far I've gone a distance of 20. Because 10 plus 10 is 20. I need to go a distance of 32. Let's do another 10 jump. Adria, what number is that going to put us at?
That's gonna put us at 52.
52. Nope. Alright, I have gone a distance of 30. 10, 20, 30. Is that it?
No.
Look at the number that I'm adding on to. Emma, what do I need to do now?
You need to add the 2 1.
I need to add my 2 1s. I like to just do a littler jump. Each of those little rocks represents 1 in my brain. If you wanted to do just a small one and put 2 in it, that's fine. 52 plus 2 more is going to be what? Annabella? 54. 54. So addition is starting at one point and then moving forward on the number line a specific distance. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yes, no, maybe. Grace?
Because if you need to make the heat 10, you need to do the 10 on
You don't have to worry about that on a number line because you've already placed yourself and you're just moving forward on a number line. Does that kind of make sense? It's a little tricky. Done? I have no idea what the answer is. It's probably not that. Alright, let's keep going. Let's try this one on a number line. Go ahead and write that equation. It is 158 plus 45. Now, when I look at that, 45 is too large of a number for me to count on. Right? Yes, the answer to that question is yes. I'm not counting on 45. That'll take forever. I could do expanded form. I could do base 10 pieces. However, if I look at my ones, I have a 5 and an 8. That tells me I'm going to have to make a trade because that's going to be more than 10 ones. Ugh, trading so hard. Alright, let's make our number line. I'm going to start my number line with the largest number. Because I don't have to jump that many numbers. Adria, what number am I starting with?
158.
I'm going to start with 158. For this one, I'm just going to start my number line there instead of coming up with an easy number line. From here, Eliana, what am I going to do? I can count by 10. Let me make a 10 jump. Okay, be ready. That's fine. Alright, I made a 10 jump. Eliana, where are these 10s coming from? You just making them up? Where is it coming from? It's coming from 45. The number of jumps that I have to do is going to add up to that 45. And if I'm jumping of 10, I'm only going to do 4 10 jumps. What's my new stopping point? 158, and then I did a 10 jump. Miranda? 168. Let's do another 10 jump. Easton, what's my new stopping point?
178.
178. I've done 2 10 jumps. We keep going. Grace, what's my new end point? 188. Very good. Do I need to do another 10 jump? Autumn, do I need to do another 10 jump? How do you know? Yes, we are trying to get to 45. We can do 4 10 jumps if we're getting to 45. Arwen, what's that going to take us to? 198. Am I done? No. Now I have to do 5. This would be the perfect time to count on. 198. 199. 200. 201. 202. 203. Boom. Done. I didn't have to make any trades. I didn't have to expand. I didn't have to draw any base 10 pieces. Done. So when we talk about what addition looks like, think about it as adding piles. One whole pile of all these different parts. Think of it as a starting point on a number line and going forward on that number line, that number of pieces. So far, so good? Yeah. All right, we are going to stop here.